Hello guys, welcome to another highlights video, and today we're at France for round 8 of HOR racing, and this is the second sprint race of the season, and probably familiar with the sprint races around France, but yeah, this is the second one of the season. We came second in both races in the first one this season, the Imola. So we're hoping to go just one better today, but we're going through the one-shot quality. We're trying to go for the mediums, and you see there we went wide. It was poor first part of the lap, and of course the invalid puts us P16. A few other guys disqualified themselves, so it seems, or invalidated their laps in qualifying, so we're not particularly alone at the back. But here come the lights. This is the sprint race, 13 laps, and off we get. And didn't get particularly the greatest of starts. We still remain P16. We're going to turn 1. Everyone's bunching up quite a bit, and as we go through into turn 2,
yeah, I've got damage already.
Yeah, that happened. We got yellow wing, and that's pretty much put us on the back foot. We had to alter our strategy massively here. We still chose to go softs though. We had to pit. We're trying to make softs go 12 laps, which just about a little bit of a stretch, but I think we could possibly do it. And we're on to lap 8, and the guys who were on the alternate strategy or the normal strategy, you see they just come out, or Physico just came out, and Jay and Larry just had a moment there, but Physico only just about came out ahead of me. So we've definitely brought ourselves back into this race a little bit, and you can see Nick and Lewis, they're going wheel to wheel now, and Lewis, he's going to get a bit of a poor exit. He pulls off left. I think he might have got oversteer, and Nick pulls off to the right. I think he just lets us through, so we gained 2 positions out of that. The next up was Matt, who also, you see, he's going to pull and let us through, but we weren't going to get anywhere further than that. And to the final lap, we tussled it out for the final point of the sprint race. P10 is the last points paying position. We both got 3 seconds of penalties. This is 4th position. He goes to the inside. We're going to try and keep it around the outside. We're on really old tyres. His mediums are starting to come a little bit into play here. And we pretty much ran out of energy now. And fair play to him for this move. Goes around the outside in the fast right hander. He sticks it around the outside, and yeah, nothing much we could have done about that. But once again, fair play to him, and from there on, we're just going to stick behind here. Can't really make a move. We're not close enough to make anything into the final corner. We're just going to sit behind and pick up P11, which, I mean, definitely could have wanted more from the sprint race, but I mean, I think judging what happened lap 1, it's a good recovery, for especially for the grid position, the feature race as well. So in the end, P11, not too bad. Hope for more really, but considering lap 1, I think it was a solid recovery drive, putting me on a fairly decent place on the grid. Well, of course I wanted points from the sprint race as well, but yeah, we only just about missed out. But we got to the feature race another 15-20 minutes after. You see with P10, because Tom let his seat go to Liam Craig, who is the full-time Mercedes driver, as Liam did not make the sprint race, so everyone from P2 below moved up 1 place, and Liam Craig of course started from the back. But you see the 5 lights coming up for us for the feature race. The lights are out, and we definitely got a better start in the sprint. At least that was critical, that we got a good start and not get swamped. And you see Clarky on the inside. He has a little moment with Med there on the inside. I think the other backed out or went off to the inside, but we're already up to P8 and continuing through sector 1 here. Hoping it doesn't like bunch up. We try and maintain our place or take advantage of anything, but as we go through the end of sector 1, Ruti loses the back end, and he's already in a spin early on, and we're already up to P7, so we've already gained 3 places off sector 1 pretty much. As we move on to lap 5, we understeer a little bit off
man,
track as
how do I
Mike
get a
spins
warning
off.
for that?
We backed off a little bit, and we still got a warning,
I
which
left the
was,
track, but I literally
I don't know, I feel a little bit inconsistent from the game, but we go a lap later, and this time our teammate goes off a little bit after fighting Cameron, and when he rejoins the track, MedTC takes a little bit too much evasive action, maybe thinking that it will come a lot more on the racing line, but that gives us the opportunity to go on the inside for the end of the lap, and we managed to take advantage and go up to 5th at that point, and we move on to lap 9. Now our teammates going to fight Physico up front, and they're going to go side by side throughout the majority of sector 1, and you can see they're still going side by side. Chris just about coming out on top of that one, but going onto the straight, he's not going to get DRS. Physico is, I am as well. They're both pretty low for energy, as I saw the last few laps. They were both flashing red at the back of their cars, just telling me they're derating, and I managed to get both of them down the straight and into the chicane, and as we go out the chicane, 1.2 seconds, so we had to gain 2 more attempts, and come the end of that lap we've managed to just about gain that. As we get to the DRS detection, it was literally so close, 1 second. We broke as late as possible, and we managed to get it on the line, and we're back into the DRS train, and because of that we were able to keep these guys much easier, save our energy, no need to really waste quite a bit, as Smalley, you see, pits that lap on lap 12 for the hard tyres. Not really anything else you can pit for, otherwise you want to try a 2-stop, which is not the smartest idea around France. So it's a 25-second loss in the pits, but Cameron Dowd's pits a lap later. So they're both going for the hard tyres, and I'm going to continue on because I always had my head set on this strategy to the soft tyres, and we go to lap 17 so we could absolutely maximise these softs without them dropping away too much. But as we come out of the box, you see the gaps here. You see Cameron Dowd and Smalley both passing me, but as we come out of the pit lane and out of turn 2, we're only 2.1 seconds away, so that was a lot less than I expected, and come the lap afterwards we've already got back in the DRS here, and we're going to try and attack Smalley here. Smalley trying to leave us as little room as possible,
Smalley, mate, give
with a little
space.
moment he's trying to maximise the lines here, and in the end we're going to stay behind him for this time around, but we're going to try and get him on this straight. We get a decent run out the corner, but he's got plenty of energy as well to use. He's got the slipstream on Cam Dowds as well, as he goes for a move on the outside. I'm going to try and follow him as well, try and get past Cameron Dowds as well with him, and you see we just about do it. He tries to keep him alongside, but we managed to get through at that point, but yeah, it's not over yet, because Cameron Dowd's coming back at us using a bit of energy. He's looking for the inside. I'm going to try and give him enough room for any racing, and he's going to try and send massively down the inside, and we're just about going to keep it. I'm going to defend the inside line just in case he sends anything, and in the end we keep the position and remain net P2 as we go to the next lap. And this was the most important lap of the race. We're about to make the move on Smalley for the lead of the race, and you see there's a penalty, but the most important thing about this was breaking the DRS before the end of the lap. So we absolutely maximised the chicane, you see there, and coming out of the chicane we were 7 tenths clear of Smalley. So this was huge already, like that was a huge advantage gained as we go through into the final sector, and it was 6 tenths. I didn't think we were going to get it with 6 tenths at that point, but always trust the grip in the soft tyres. I was trying to not go too wide as well, because I was only 1 warning away from a penalty from lap 6 all the way to this point. And you can see as we go through this next corner, and it was 1.1 seconds at the DRS line, I think. So we were pretty much safe. Lap 20,
DRS now.
and we have broken away from DRS in the lead of the race, taking the fastest lap as well at that point. As we go to the final lap, I think just turning the cylinders down a little bit, just being fairly chill, trying to avoid going off the track limits, as I've been on 2 warnings since lap 6. And if we go through the final corner, we've completed both parts of the comeback in the sprint and the feature race. P16 in one shot, P11 in the sprint, and the win in the feature race, which I was very happy with. My 4th win of the season as well. I made up for the points loss in the sprint. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until the next highlights video, goodbye.